It's game day, Seminole fans, and the Noles are getting ready to take on Delaware State on Senior Day. I'm Lane Hurt, along with Tim Lenefelt, your Nole Insiders. We have your 3 keys to victory, starting with key number 1. Let's score a bunch early. Let's get this one out of the way, first quarter. Get some guys some rest.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, and also, that's kind of what you expect with these types of games at this point in the season. But for Florida State's offense, they haven't had a game so far where they've been able just to come out and just sort of, launch the all hands on deck, points coming left and right sort of game. Everything's been close. Everything's been pretty nip and tuck in the ACC. This is an opportunity, I think, to let maybe James Blackman air it out a little bit, get some confidence, get some of those receivers involved, and then get the running game going after that, and maybe put up 3, 4, 5 touchdowns even in the first half. That's sort of what we come to expect in these types of games. It would be a different thing for Florida State and certainly a welcome thing.
Key number 2, let's get the freshmen some more playing time. As you astutely observed in our game preview, a lot of freshmen have played a lot this year, but there's some guys who haven't. There's some guys who could use a little bit more time. This is an opportunity for those guys to come out and get that experience.
Yeah, exactly right. And it almost, it works almost like a cycle, right? And this type of game over the last few years, Florida State's great when you have usually a non-conference game leading into that Florida game at the end of the season. You get an opportunity to let some of those younger players play. Now, as we have established, Florida State's circumstances this year have led to a lot of freshmen playing, but giving them an opportunity to play at home, maybe when the stakes aren't quite as high or the intensity isn't quite as ratcheted up, and you give them a chance to just sort of take a deep breath, feel a little bit more comfortable in their surroundings, and get a little more acclimated to the college game. That's the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to start this way, not go into Clemson or not playing against Alabama or whatever. It's supposed to work this way. You get to make your debut, at least your significant debut at home in a game where you can maybe afford to make a freshman mistake, knowing that experience is going to benefit you for the future.
Finally, key number 3, kind of directly correlated to key number 1. Stay healthy. Noles have been bit by the injury bug hard this year. Let's get out of this one as healthy as you can be.
No, exactly right. Like you mentioned the other day, 3 more games for Florida State, 3 games to get to that 6-win mark in bowl eligibility. It's 3 games that I think we expect Florida State should feel pretty good about their chances in winning, even that game down in Gainesville. But a significant injury, a major injury, could obviously have an impact on that, so you want to avoid that if at all possible. Obviously, there's only so much you can do to prevent it, but if you can, get your key guys, put them in the right positions, and get them out when the time calls for it.
There you have it, Seminole fans. There's your 3 keys to victory. Make sure you get out and support your Noles, especially your seniors in this one. There'll be Senior Day festivities before the game starts. And after the game, Tim will have his written analysis. We'll have highlights and post-game reaction from players and head coach Jimbo Fisher as well. So for Tim, I'm Lane. Go Noles.